Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard dominant solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us with a Tecsun PL-330, this is an AM, FM stereo, long wave, shortwave, single sideband portable radio. You can find these selling on Amazon for right around $79.99. I'll have links below. If you like what you see, pick one up, support the channel. You guys are great. If you don't own one already, it's a great radio to have, so let's check it out. In this video, we're going to be doing an evening medium wave band scan. I haven't done one in a while, actually since I first bought it. I did do one with a twin coil attached to it, which is pretty awesome. You can check out those videos. I may have one in the iCard section. If not, just search Todderbert Tecsun PL-330, and you'll see the twin coil and the Tecsun 330 in the image. Click it and have fun with that one. But first we'll go over features, second we'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So here it is, the PL-330, pretty compact radio with single sideband capability. People love that. It's amazing. I love this radio as well. It's an early version. They may have improved this radio. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that some of you guys can chime in if some of these options have changed. So let's go over the features of the 330. Going to the left-hand side, we have a carry strap with a Tecsun brand on it. Nice. We have a couple jacks. We have an FM and shortwave antenna jack that doubles as a medium wave antenna jack, which is awesome. We have an FM stereo for headphones. We have DC input, 5 volts, micro USB. Yep, micro, not Type-C yet. Hopefully a revision, they'll make one. Up front here, we have our lettering, Tecsun PL-330. Behind here, we have a 2¼ inch speaker with decent sound quality. I like it. Got a little blurb here of some little bullet points, left the sticker on. Nice. Over here, we have a time set button, alarm set button, display feature. Display button changes the top right corner, what's shown, signal noise ratio, alarm time, and local time while the radio's on. And then we have a power button here, sleep function. We have a step button for fast and slow tuning, or fine tuning. And with ETM, which is ETM Plus now, they call it the enhanced tuning mode. You get 6 time slot categories for long wave and medium wave, that's awesome, and 24 time slot categories for shortwave. So there you go, you got one for every hour. So it saves the presets depending on what time of day they were found. So that's pretty cool. So when you go back, you can cruise to the presets at the current time. Love that. Good idea. Down here we have our numeric keypad. Of course, direct enter frequencies. And as you notice, we got orange lettering. This one here says FM set. FM set allows you to change the band from 64, 76, 87, and 88 to 108 megahertz. Over here we have long wave on and off. Change your AM medium wave stepping from 9 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz. Great when you're traveling. 5, press and hold while the radio is on and the light will stay on the entire tuning session. Love it. And memory, manually add memories. This little orange icon here on the 0 is for auto sorting or deleting extra presets you may have. Then you, of course, you got your confirmation, enter key, and you have delete function for your memories. This little button says VFVM. When you press this, it's frequency mode or preset mode. Below it is the AM bandwidth button, which you'll see me using quite often. On this radio, it's kind of interesting. It's not like other radios. You press it, it comes up with the bandwidth selection. You use the volume knob to change it, and you hit this again to lock it in. Now, I didn't like that at first, but as I use this radio, it's actually kind of nice if you're on a station where it's coming in and fading out. You can adjust the bandwidth manually as you need to. This doesn't have auto bandwidth, but you can manually do it by leaving that menu choice open. That's actually a nice feature. Of course, we have single sideband below it, or synchronous detection. And you'll see we have a medium wave and long wave band key. Next to it, we have the FM band key, and of course, toggling stereo on and off. Below it, we have the shortwave, to access shortwave band, of course, up and down meter bands. And of course, for your auto tuning storage system, ATS, you just press and hold those keys, and automatically search the band and look for stations and save them automatically. Down here we have lower sideband, upper sideband capability. To the right hand side of the radio we have a tuning knob, flush, almost flush, sticks out just a little bit, and then we have where you can tune from the front, and same with the volume. It's notched just ever so slightly, not too bad. As you can see, you change your AM bandwidth with the volume control. Okay, top of the radio we have the antenna, which is 19.5 inches. And going to the back, you'll see a lack of a kickstand, which Some people don't care. It doesn't really bother me too much. You can always find a stand to prop it up on. They sell them on Amazon. But as you can see, I bought mine in January 2021. And there's some band coverage there. Nice. Full coverage on shortwave. Those who love shortwave and single sideband are going to love this radio. Behind the door here is a BL5C battery. Pretty simple. Basic stuff. Let's do a size comparison. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. And as you can see, amber lit LCD. So yeah, it does have 850 memories. That's really nice. Plus it has ETM Plus, which doubles that. Amazing that it has all those. I think you get 100 on FM, 100 on long wave, 150 on medium wave. That's amazing. Shortwave is 300, and single sideband is 100, and synchronous detection mode is 100. So that's where all those come from. So we have like your basic R108, which is decent competition to the 330. Even though it doesn't have single sideband, it does have the airband. It has full coverage on shortwave, but no single sideband or synchronous detection. Still a great radio. It has more bandwidth filters than this one does. This one only has 3 on medium wave, which is 9 kilohertz, 3.5, and 2.5. Shortwave has 5 kilohertz, 3.5, and 2.5. And single sideband mode has more, 4 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz, 2.2, 1.2, and a half kilohertz bandwidth. So you're for CW. But this has a few extra on the medium wave, which is nice. So yeah, like that. R108. We're almost through here. We're going to show you some of the other shortwave radios out there. I like the CC Skywave 2. It's one of my favorites. Reason being, it runs on 2 AA batteries and sounds fantastic on headphones. Again, it does not have single sideband. A little limited on the coverage of shortwave, but not bad. I think it's like 2.3 to 26 megahertz. But you do get weather alert, which is really nice. So I get to know a weather band on this radio, and I can set it for alert mode. I really enjoy this radio, which means I can have alert while I'm listening to the radio as well. And then, last but not least, if you don't have those, we have a deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves Tecsun 330s with single sideband. He's Iron Man. Rocking it out, man. So there you go. Give you an idea for deck cards. Awesome. So let's turn it on. So we have our band, frequency we're on. Here we have our antenna, single strength and signal noise ratio. Battery life indicator. Right now we're listening to CHLO 530 Brampton, Ontario. 441 miles, 250 watts. Bandwidth, press it. 9 kilohertz. 2.5. So it cuts the sound bit, the noise floor. It's a big difference. It's really nice. Especially if you're station hunting. And then you gotta hit this to lock it in. Now we're gonna take and lock the light on. So if you want the light on all the time, just press and hold. You'll say on for the tuning session. Then when you turn the radio off, it turns off. This direction, sometimes I pick up Cuba.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly clear tonight, low in the upper 20s. Mostly sunny into tomorrow.
WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts.
With a partly sunny sky on Wednesday. Slight shower chance into Wednesday.
You'll see me turning the radio around. I got fuzzies. Can't stand fuzzies. Alright. You'll see me turning the radio quite a bit. And this direction here, sometimes I can pick up 540 CBK Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles away. I'm barely picking it up. Okay, keep going.
Former friend, words and ideas. I can get that on the street corner. Words and ideas.
Here's KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Let me ask you this question. Are you customers? Here's what a satisfied client recently said. Open enrollment is going great. We're hitting record numbers. Thank you so much for this report.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, local. I forgot to mention, yep, this is I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, and current time is, we just change it with display, There's our local time, 11:33 p.m. That's Central Standard Time.
You know, by now we all know of the atrocities that were committed by...
Music in this direction. I don't have everything written down. If I do, I'll post it right here. If I don't, I'll have to guess.
I also think it was a little distracting when they had it.
See those temperatures fall back near 37 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday, afternoon highs near 60, and these same temperatures near 56 on Thursday. And that's your latest for the first forecast on News Radio 600 WMT.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts at night. That's WMT.
Thrilled to have you with us, 888.
Transferring. I do think when I talk to evaluators about him, sort of like the
I think this is KCSP in this direction. Excuse me. Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
There's some shooter in there that he's typical right.
We normally have someone do our taxes, but our accountant retired. I think we have a simple return.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts.
So this is tax software that at Ramsey Solutions we developed.
Okay, country music is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. This direction, KYFI, St. Louis.
Just about as far as she let me go. Indeed, international mining gold goes for the turbine. And very hard for them.
This direction here is 640, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts. There's WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. Can't hover on the music, but it's fun. It's 434 miles south.
Where people crap on it. Completely underrated. They got one. They weren't willing to give up their top prospect for a one-year rental. I totally agree with them.
WFAN, New York, New York. 750 miles, home of the Yankees.
He got traded to Orioles. I was looking at, they traded away their 8th and 9th best prospect. That's what they traded. They traded their 8th, I believe, it was
$21 million. It was a wild game on the ice in Minnesota. The Wild beat the Canucks.
670, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs. Now, the cool thing is, if you want to use like a twin coil and hook it directly to the radio with the jack here, or you want to use a large passive loop or a long wire you have outside, you can actually hook it up to the radio and use it for medium wave by disengaging the internal ferrite by a simple button press. Press and hold 3 while the radio is on and you're on medium wave.
Continuing combine coverage expected here.
And I disengaged. As you can look here, it really dropped. Let's go back to 660 or 650. Barely picking nothing up now. Yeah. So, and then if we push 3 again, re-engage the internal ferrite, disengaging the jack, get our reception back.
$. Get your order fast with O'Reilly.
So that's how that works.
Visit O'ReillyAuto.com today. Get the part.
Even though it changed, it said CH, and it said, I think 5 or S, or CHA. A means the internal antenna, S means external.
Questions like, can I afford my son's travel, huh?
Illusion world is, essentially you control your surroundings as much as you possibly can to make sure people...
CJOB, put information here.
And a lot of that responsibility does fall on sort of the...
So it's line up total, and there may be a great six calls coming back pretty soon. That looks like a team that can get it together.
It should be CKGM, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles.
I thought they were close all year long. They've kind of gone back to that same lineup.
I like the crisp display. That's nice.
So the fact that they kind of cancel each other out. Brent crude oil prices were a little changed on Monday with lingering
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
Offset by signs of a weakening demand. Now that's key.
Well, online, and is there a way where we can look at their ratings for your demographic?
I have no idea.
720 WGN, Raleigh James Show, Chicago.
I don't think, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there really are any. As far, I don't know. I don't even know if WGN subscribes. So
The music we're hearing, a little bit of country music, CKDM, Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. .740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario. I'm not sure what the bandwidth's on. Yeah, 3.5. I'm going to leave it on that. So yeah, this is a great station. Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
Utopia here on the planet Earth, and that's exactly what happened. They shut everyone down. They forcefully stopped them from assembling.
750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
In New York over the weekend on Friday, we got this $350 million ruling against
real and imagined, both in the private sector and in the public sector. As Caldwell writes,
good evening. WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles east.
The rubric of anti-discrimination was expanded to include any sleep
Will you get, or do you try to get? About 16 hours of that is sleeping. About 16. Mm-hmm. Oh, so a 3-day trip, but only 2 days of sleep. Oh, yeah, it's actually about
770 WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles. Sometimes you can hit lower sideband, and it may come in better. And it's not, actually. You can hit the step button. And it's such a recessed little button. So 10 hertz stepping. For sideband.
I guess I am being a bit nosy. Do you ever try and get your old lady to ride with you for company on these rides? Absolutely. My old lady, my kids used to go with. My kids, they get to Sunday from school. I take them to see the country.
Turn it off.
And how would the kids react being on the road?
So that can help if you're trying to find a fainer station.
Watching TV in that cruise area.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we can get you quality name brand workwear and footwear.
Buttons are kind of hard to press. They're pretty tiny. 780 WBBM, Chicago.
Deals on your favorite rugged styles for spring.
A little step button. It's like a flush with the top there. That's kind of a pain too. It's like almost like I need a stylus to push it. So yeah, 780 WBBM, Chicago. Old-time radio shows, Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Central Standard Time.
At the Verdoliak Law Group, we want you to know there's a new law that protects
head-to-head, where you had a post-difference handshake line between Texas and
Spicy things, for certain LeBron and so on. Nobody got anything, but I like the little, I like guys who sit on the sofa.
Two stations I've been getting lately, WGY, Albany, New York, and then WHB, Kansas City, Missouri.
Told exactly.
Money. There's an 817 new research should bring some
Surviving
COVID vaccine.
Nicole Rosé has your Wikipedia update on the case of could give the checks on the way.
It charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected.
Yeah, 820 at two stations competing. 830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
Today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the...
Louisville's News Radio is 840 WHAS.
Got ground zero on WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, which is about 300 miles to the southeast.
At Hotshot Secret, we listen to our customers. Everyday diesel.
They don't work reliably enough to let your wallet cover the damage. All right, old school driving then. That's the recommendation from Greg Brannon, AAA's Director of Automotive Engineering, with their recent study about the
KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west.
braking systems. Hey, thanks, Greg. Thanks for having me, Rory. The host of the new true crime series Crime Nation on the CW, Ashley Banfield, joins me next. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Contourner la censure et pour comme c'est intéressant ça. Et dénoncer les
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
dont on ne pouvait pas parler. Donc en mettant ça sous le couvert de quelque chose d'un peu plus fantastique, là, ça passait sous le radar des censeurs. Ben exactement, je vous donne un exemple.
He didn't last too long. Then Lionel Hollins. All right. Then they went interim again.
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
About 3 years, 4 years. Then Jack Vaughn on an interim basis.
How much money do you think this will continue to be in the presidential campaign? Well, Donald Trump keeps bringing it up. I mean, it helps him with his supporters. But
Just picking up a hint here, WCBS, New York, New York.
How many of the... There's like, there should be a liberal moron test. If you fell for two...
Here's 890, WLS, Chicago.
I'm sorry, you're really stupid. You're a moron. None of those things are actually true.
Go a little quicker.
Honor, not just for your enemies. You fight with honor so that...
WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Got some music.
iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
In this week's Marketer's Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring sonic and sonic branding and sonic initiatives across the
KMBZ, I believe, Kansas City, Missouri, 490 miles, 5,000 watts.
that you measure are different. We measure, and what we...
Time to prepare for my future. You know, set some financial goals, make some smart investments, open a 401k.
WMVP, Chicago, ESPN.
A 401k? You are horrifying.
And seeing this plane kind of dysfunctional, was it that it didn't have...
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
What was the condition of Charlie Brown's plane that
The sun just really beat up the ice. It's holding well, though. It's doing good.
Second moon had descended upon the earth as a sign of God's favor for the Union and for the victory. The very next morning, an idyllic spring morning on April 14, Lincoln met his son, who'd been working for General George Meade.
Here's WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
Joined that last meeting Lincoln would ever hold with his staff, none other than General Ulysses S. Grant. They discussed affairs of state, and things ended with Lincoln sharing a dream.
Move south. Correspondent Alex Sound.
You can hear the storm drain behind me. It is raging right now as the rain is coming down. It is a steady rain here in LA. The bigger concern being along the coast in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, where there could be more severe flooding.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles northeast.
That hit all of the West Coast.
Cash out anytime, right your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands.
To the south here, we have Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles, KAAY.
That code GARAGE for a 25-cent per gallon bonus. You have an invention idea?
Guy watching per usual, and all of a sudden, this thing came into view.
1100, we have WTM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
If I had to give it a size comparison, if you held out at arm's length and held up.
1736, the sheriff of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, led a posse of 24 men to Cressup's home on the opposite side of the Susquehanna River, and they actually were coming to capture what was called the Maryland Monster. The sheriff actually set fire to Cressup's home.
Here's KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Cressup would not surrender, but he and his men, and his very pregnant wife, by the way, would start shooting at the posse as the house burned down around them.
We'll head to WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles to the east. We'll go a little quicker.
The hard things to do are to stand by the fact that we're pro-life. Stand by the fact that, yes, we believe in God and we should...
WSDZ, St. Louis, Missouri.
Not just within the four walls of a church, but in the way...
WSPD, Toledo, Ohio, 250 miles.
Your credit history. Great news. I went to 27.
I think this is KXFN, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 1,000 watts. Coast to coast rebroadcast on WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
You can address that.
Country music, I'm not sure, that might be KOKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles.
Stop me, I'm all the way up. We'll start out with the women's game.
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Yukon got the dub and Gino got the win. Here we go, like this. Check it out.
Banker missed by Brittany Harshaw, rebounded by Shane, and that will take care of it.
I'm praying for divine intervention at this time in history of God.
KXCL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. Kind of choppy. Music here, I think, is WAAM, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 231 miles, 5,000 watts. Next to it, CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. More music on KCJJ, the mighty Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles to the west.
Sounds like you're trying to give him a choice. Give him a job. And it's crazy to think that because we think that you get to play baseball for a living, and maybe to everybody it's not like some.
WQLR, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 137 miles, 1,000 watts.
Some of these guys are just, this is what they're good at.
I guess music here is WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles, I think. Could be something else.
work to live, not live to work. But his job is something that we all have dreamt about doing. So whenever an athlete dips into those waters...
Sports programming on KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
They open up and tell us about their life, and we're like, you should have told us the cliche.
Turn it off, and it's soft offs, which is nice. So there you go. That was a cool little evening band scan. This thing quite awesome. Yeah, you really have to play around with the lower and upper sideband. I actually don't use it a lot. That's why I was trying to figure out how to turn it off, which is this button here to engage or disengage single sideband. Even though you can go right to lower or upper from where you're at by hitting these two buttons, but to disengage, yeah, you gotta hit this button. Tiny little buttons, but still a great radio nonetheless. I like it. Hope you enjoyed this video of it in action on its own without any help. We didn't use a loop. We didn't use any kind of external antenna, which is awesome. Again, you just press and hold 3 while you're on the medium wave band, and that will disengage the internal ferrite and let you use the external antenna jack. Direct attach, twin coil antenna. It really pulls in like a monster radio. It's like having a super radio on your desk in a small form factor. Love it. Tecsun did a good job with this radio. They just forgot to put a stand on the back. I don't know why they didn't do that. But hopefully in the future we'll see one. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. 2, if you like Tecsun radios, want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what the 330. Are you a fan? Do you own one? Do you not want one? Do you like the idea of this radio? Let me know. I'm still a fan of it. I haven't been using it much, but I'm pretty much carry this around outside, the CO-Don. I'm not really tuning a lot of single sideband, and the CO-Don is just a little bit more compact, easier for me to carry, and it's a cheaper radio, so in case something happens to it, I'm not too worried about it. But let me know what your thoughts are. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.